So, you're thinking about retiring early, right? The dream for so many of us is to be able to tap into those retirement funds before hitting that magic number, 59 and a half. But there's always this one big fear, isn't there? That monster 10% penalty. Well, what if I told you there's a totally legit, IRS-approved way to sidestep it? Okay, that's exactly what we're going to break down in this technical guide. Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll cover the big problem, that default penalty. Then we'll get to the good stuff, the exception, the famous Rule of 55. From there, we'll dig into the nitty-gritty, the mechanics and the traps to avoid. We'll even walk through the exact IRS forms. And to wrap it all up, we'll talk strategy, because avoiding the penalty is just the first step.
All right, first things first. Before we can talk about the solution, we got to really understand the problem. And that problem, of course, is the 10% early withdrawal penalty.
Okay, so this isn't just some friendly suggestion from the IRS. This is baked right into the law. We're talking about Internal Revenue Code Section 72T, and what it says is pretty blunt. If you take money out of a qualified plan before you're 59 and a half, they're going to slap a 10% additional tax on the taxable part of that withdrawal.
And I really want to hammer this home. That 10%, it's not instead of your income tax, it's on top of it. So let's say you're in the 22% federal bracket. You pull money out early and bam, you're looking at a 32% hit right away. And that's before we even talk about state taxes. It is a massive, massive bite out of your savings.
So you might be asking, why is the government so tough on this? Well, think of it like a deal. They give you this amazing benefit, tax-deferred growth in your 401k. The catch, the trade-off, is that they really, really want you to save that money for, actual retirement. So this penalty, it's the stick. It's their way of making you pause and think, do I really need to crack this piggy bank open right now?
But what if it's not about being reckless? What if you've planned for this and you're ready to retire a few years early? Well, that is where things get interesting. We're moving from the big scary rule to a very powerful, very specific exception.
And here it is. This is the legal escape hatch. It's buried deep in the tax code, IRC Section 72, T2, T2A, V to be exact. But this is what's famously known as the Rule of 55. And it's super clear. It lets you take money out penalty-free, but only after you separate from service.
Now hold on, this isn't just a free pass for everyone. There are 3 boxes you absolutely have to check. Number 1, you have to separate from service. That means you've got to quit, get fired, or retire. No exceptions. Number 2, the timing is critical. This has to happen in the calendar year you turn 55 or any year after that. And number 3, and folks, this is the one that trips everyone up, the money has to be in the right kind of account. We're talking about the 401k or 403b from the company you just left.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty, because the devil is always in the details, and this is where you either save a ton of money or make a really expensive mistake.
Let's talk about timing, because it is super specific. You do not have to be 55 years old on the dot when you walk out the door. The rule is about the calendar year. So get this. If your 55th birthday is on December 31st, you can actually leave your job way back in January of that same year, and you still qualify. It's all about the year, not the day.
Okay, everyone, lean in for this one. If you only remember one thing, make it this. This is the biggest, most expensive trap you can fall into. The Rule of 55 only applies to the 401k or 403b of the company you are leaving. That's it. The second, the very instant you roll that money into an IRA, poof, the Rule of 55 vanishes. It does not apply to IRAs. Period. You lose the privilege.
All right, so now that you know the trap, how do you use this knowledge to your advantage? This is a serious pro tip. Before you leave your job, check if your current 401k plan allows you to roll in money. If it does, you can consolidate funds from old 401ks, even from a traditional IRA, into that current plan. And what does that do? It makes that whole giant pile of money eligible for the Rule of 55. It's a game changer.
All right, you've done everything right. You've timed your exit perfectly. You've kept your money in the right place. Now for the fun part, telling the IRS what you did so you don't get a scary letter.
So here's a weird little quirk you have to be ready for. Your 401k administrator, they don't know the whole story. All they see is that you're younger than 59 and a half and you took money out. So to cover themselves, they're probably going to send you a Form 1099-R with a code 1 in box 7. And that little code basically screams to the IRS, hey, early withdrawal here, no known exception.
The IRS computers see that code and, you guessed it, they automatically try to charge you the penalty.
This is exactly why you can't just sit back and hope for the best. You have to take control. And your weapon in this fight is IRS Form 5329. Think of this form as your official way of raising your hand and telling the IRS, whoa, hold on a second. That code 1 is wrong. I qualify for an exception and I'm claiming it right now. It's how you set the record straight.
And it's actually pretty straightforward when you know what to do. You'll grab Form 5329, go to Part 1. On line 1, you put the total amount you took out. Easy enough. Then, on line 2, you put that exact same number again. You're telling them the whole thing is exempt. But here's the magic part. Right there on line 2, there's a little space to enter a code. You're going to write in 01. That's the specific code for the Rule of 55. After that, the math on the rest of the form works itself out to 0. No penalty owed.
So just to be absolutely clear, let's nail this down. Code 1 on the 1099-R is the problem. Code 01 on your Form 5329 is the solution. Your 01 beats their 1. Simple as that.
Okay, amazing. We've successfully dodged the 10% penalty. But we're not done yet. Avoiding the penalty is just playing defense. Now let's talk offense. How to actually minimize the regular income taxes you'll have to pay.
So the first thing you'll notice when you take the money out is that 20% of it will just disappear. Don't panic. Your plan administrator is legally required to withhold a flat 20% for federal taxes. The key thing to remember is that this is just a down payment on your tax bill. It's not the final amount. Your actual tax rate could be way lower, and if it is, you'll get that extra money back as a refund when you file.
And this is where the real strategic thinking comes in. Think about it. That gap between when you retire, say at 55, and when you start taking Social Security, those can be some of your lowest income years ever. This gives you a golden opportunity for what we call bracket management. You can strategically pull just enough money from your 401k each year to fill up the buckets. First, your standard deduction, where you pay 0 tax, then the 10% bracket, then the 12% bracket. It's like a puzzle, letting you get your money out at the lowest possible tax rates.
But I have to give you one last very important heads up. If you're getting your health insurance through the ACA marketplace, you have to be so careful here. Why? Because every single dollar you take out of that 401k adds to your modified adjusted gross income, your MAGI. And if your MAGI goes too high, your health insurance subsidies can shrink or even disappear completely. So you're playing a balancing act between saving on taxes and not blowing up your healthcare costs.
Okay, let's boil this all down. If you walk away with just 3 things, here they are. Number 1. Timing is everything. You have to leave your job in the year you turn 55 or later. Number 2, where the money lives matters most. Keep it in the 401k. Do not, I repeat, do not roll it over to an IRA first. And number 3, don't be passive. You have to file Form 5329 with exception code 01 to tell the IRS you're playing by the rules.
So, look, if you follow these steps, you can absolutely beat down 10% penalty. That's a huge win, but it's really just step 1. The bigger question I want to leave you with is, have you really thought through the next step? Have you actually mapped out a withdrawal strategy to keep your taxes low for the next 5, 10 years, that whole critical period before your other income starts? Because that's where the real planning begins.